Today, it's Bring a Friend Week.
Oh my god, it is. Welcome
to Goddess
Hangs. We're your new BFFs.
Ding.
Welcome to another episode of Goddess Hangs.
Episode number 18.
Woo! I'm obviously Sadie.
And I'm obviously Juliet.
And here we are, episode 18. Oh my god.
18 is a special number for me because I was born on the 18th.
It was always my favorite number growing up. Like, my first email was like Sadie Olsen 18 at Hotmail or something.
I love that.
Not an active email.
I was going to say, send emails to Sadie Olsen 18 at Hotmail.
I will not get them. I think it was underscore 18, but that was like my favorite number for some reason.
My family, my extended family still sends me emails to my old Hotmail that I don't even know how to log into anymore.
Yeah,
and I'm like, please don't do that. They're like, did you get my email? No, I haven't gotten it for 9 years.
Like I said, this is the new email. Feel that. What's new with you, Juliet?
Oh my gosh. Well, last week we had such a fun time. And remember, today it's Bring a Friend Week.
Oh my god, it is.
Hello, new friends.
Hey, new friends.
So if you're listening to this or watching this and you're like, oh shoot, I forgot, that's okay. You're gonna share this, forward this, send this to a friend right now, and the surprise is going to be when that friend gets it, they're going to get this message from us. Your friend thinks you're great.
Your friend thinks you're beautiful.
And that you would love this.
Welcome
to Goddess
Hangs. We're your new BFFs.
Ding.
I think we nailed it, and I think everyone that this is sent to is going to be obsessed.
I can't wait. So yeah, if you're brand new, if a friend sent you here, welcome. We are your new psychic BFFs. We have an inside joke where we say obviously, and that is a reference to when Nick Lachey introduced himself on
Love is Blind,
and he's like,
he said,
I'm obviously Nick Lachey. And I was like, well, then I'm obviously Juliet. And we are here to make mindset, manifestation, and magic fun, accessible,
relatable. So relatable.
So relatable.
Just like two ordinary girls.
Two ordinary girls who are not so secretly a little bit weird and
psychic.
And the community continues to grow and we're having so much fun. So that's the first order of business.
Yes, welcome. We wore not matching but coordinating outfits for Friendship Day, which is my favorite. I love a good exactly match, but my favorite is to coordinate. So we did colors. I believe next week we're going to be coordinating to an even further extent. So watch out for that video, people. It's going to be very exciting.
And this week, you guys, send us all of your UFO videos, UFO stories, because we're going to do a big episode on that next week.
We were going to do it this week, but then we didn't do our homework and studying, so we're pushing it back one more week. We were busy. I was on vacation.
So this week is Bring a Friend Week. Next week is Bring an Alien.
Bring an Alien Week.
You're going to bring an alien to watch it with you.
And then you can also submit to our season of Alien Bachelor/Bachelorette. All the aliens listening out there.
We're looking for aliens to date our next goddess.
If you'd like to be submitted as one of the humans in it, let us know. Let us know.
We're casting as of right this moment.
Extraterrestrial love.
Love is
extraterrestrial. We're still waiting for someone to draw that, please.
Thanks. I know. We want to say thank you to the individual who drew the snake.
Oh, yeah,
eating a person. That sounds
we forgot
grotesque.
to insert it in the because we were talking about it in another episode, and I saw in the thing we went like this, but we never inserted it. So let's do it this episode.
We're gonna insert your artwork here.
Is that a body bag? And if you don't understand what we're talking about, you need to go back and listen to, what episode was that? That was 2 episodes ago or 3? I don't remember.
You'll find it.
You're gonna have to keep listening back until you find it.
So yeah, so this is the next art challenge.
Commission. Yeah, challenge.
The art, I'm not gonna say a contest because everyone's gonna win, but the next art,
everyone gets a participation medal.
The art challenge is we need a Sadie and Juliet as the alien bachelorettes, and all the aliens in little tuxedos coming down from the spaceship to greet us, and everyone needs to be holding a rose.
Yes.
And those are the only requirements, and the rest I leave to you.
Yes. Excellent. So thank you in advance to whoever is drawing them.
Thank you. We can't wait. We love your art. Even if you like doodle it on your notebook paper for school, just send it to us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It doesn't need to be fancy.
You don't need to paint
we
a
love
mural.
it. We love a doodle. We love a doodle.
Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's the podcast. Welcome to Friendship Week. We'll do a number of these, but this is going to be great. Friendship Week, Alien Week. And in honor of Friendship Week, this is our 1-800-Psychic-Babes episode.
Yes, because
number 2.
You're all of our best friends. So we were like, what better way to honor our friends than to answer their questions?
So we have a bunch of questions a little later on in the episode that we're going to answer. But first, we will catch up. So I know you asked me what's new with me. And then
Julia,
I did
what's new with you? And then she didn't answer. She was like, Sadie, wait.
I'm like, Sadie, hold on.
Shut up.
It's Friendship Week. We need to talk about that.
Let me talk.
I heard your question, but I'm going to talk about this. Now, what's new with me? I had a major spiritual realization that I wanted to share with you and all the goddesses listening. I every night have been listening to on Podbean, there's these little 15 to 20 minute chunks of Abraham Hicks things. It's little daily doses, and I just scroll through and I don't look, and then I just pick one, and then whatever my finger lands on I listen to.
Love that.
And they talk a lot about being in the vortex, and how when you're in the vortex, that's it's all about your point of attraction and being in the vortex. And it's basically everything we talk about, with law of attraction and mindset and everything. And I had this major realization where I would spend hours a day listening to this kind of stuff. But for me personally, listening to it and learning about it from this particular source was not the same thing as me actually being in the vortex. So I want to talk about this. So if there's some of you who are listening who are like, I listen to every spiritual thing, I've read every single book, I've taken every single course. I mean, you need to take Sadie's course. The enrollment's open right now. That's a mind-blowing course. But if you're I'm just not feeling the shift, I'm not getting it. I mentally get it, but I'm not, I know it, but I don't know it. This is the difference. So you can learn about the vortex, you can learn about shifting your energy, but then you have to actually do something that shifts it. Sometimes reading the book isn't enough. Sometimes listening to the podcast isn't enough. Hopefully in our case, we shift your energy.
It's more than enough. No, you do need to do more than listen to this though.
Yeah, but basically when you pop this podcast off, I want you to put on your favorite songs, and I want you to dance. I want you to go somewhere that makes you really happy, and I want you to bring a friend, and I want you to laugh. It's your point of attraction has to do with feeling good. And sometimes we don't feel that vibration when we're sitting and learning and listening to it.
You get consumed with, I have to raise my vibration, I have to do this, this, and this. And then you don't spend any time actually doing it.
Right.
And doing it is the part we resist because our ego's oh, this is fine, we're learning about it, but we're staying the same, this is fine. The ego is going to resist, even if it's fun stuff going and dancing or I don't know if meditation everyone considers fun. It's more just a thing you do. But yeah, we I remember I used to spend so much time reading my spiritual books and taking meticulous notes on it, because that made me feel like I was doing something, but then I wasn't going and doing the things I was taking notes on. And it was okay. It was just a part of the process. It was an important part because it got me closer to the point where I was taking action and all of that. But yeah, that's a really important point.
It maybe it's so obvious, but it just occurred to me of just that when the light bulb goes off and you're oh, so for what I would suggest is for every hour you spend learning about this stuff and reading or studying or listening to our podcast, whatever, match that time in the same way that like your employer might match your, 401k.
Your 401k. Fill your 401k.
Spiritually. Match that time with an activity that actually like does that for you.
I love that. We have to do the spiritual 401k match.
That's kind of like a really brilliant branding.
It is. That's your thing.
We're gonna write that down. Your spiritual 401k match.
Your energetic match.
Take 30 minutes a day, listen to the podcast, and then do 30 minutes of the thing that makes you feel high vibe. And that is what is that's when you'll start noticing shifts in your life. Because I was having these like funky days and I was like, I'm learning about all this. I'm listening to all of this. I like how all of this sounds. But then I was like, I haven't like gotten up and danced. I don't know, just stuff like whatever works for you.
Yeah, whenever I fall out of my routine of like meditating, even if I only have 5 minutes a certain day. I mean, I never only have 5 minutes. I can always make more, but sometimes I only make 5 minutes a day. Sometimes I don't do it all together, or it'll be a few days and I haven't like gone across the street to walk on the beach, and I'm like, Sadie, what the heck are you doing?
Right.
Because I'm like, I have to work and I have to do this and I have to do the course that I'm participating in and I have to make my course and I have to do that. And I'm like, I don't have to do any of those things. I get to do all of those things. And I also have more than enough time to do the fun stuff too. I'm just creating this like frantic, like I have a lot to do. I can't prioritize that. And it's bullshit.
So I just think that's a wall that a lot of people run into when they're like, I'm obsessed with the spiritual stuff and I really want to like raise my vibration and all I do is listen and learn and listen and learn. But that's listening and learning is very different. It's important, but it's very different than doing something, whether it's meditating, walking on the beach, horseback riding, if you like.
Love that.
Building stuff. I don't know, whatever like gets you in the flow and gets you feeling most like yourself. Like our point of attraction, I don't know why some of us feel guilty about feeling good or relaxing or doing things that make us happy, but that's like our job. Like as this is just my personal belief. That's like our job as beings is to do what makes us feel good, and then the vibration becomes stronger. So match your spiritual 401k. That's what I learned this week, that I was like, I can't wait to tell them.
That's really important, especially when you're first starting out on like your spiritual journey, your spiritual awakening, whatever you want to call it. I think it's important that the starting point is the learning, but then it's really that's like the next big like, oof, you got to get over that little hump of like to actually start doing. Yeah. And then as you progress, you kind of fall off the boat a little sometimes, and then you have to get back to paddling. I love that. So that was like a big aha moment. I haven't had like a light bulb in a minute, so that was pretty cool. It's sort of like how you can research everything. Oh, this is a great parallel. You can research to the ends of the earth everything about fitness. You can listen to the podcasts. You can watch the videos. You can take diligent notes. You can become a walking encyclopedia about exercise, fitness, form, diet. But if you don't like get up and do jumping jacks, like as much as you know it, it's not really going to make a difference in your life. So that's... Great point. Ooh, Juliet coming in with the metaphors. Hot take. We love to hear it. Otherwise, it's been a good week. I think yesterday, I felt a little dip. Because we talk about this. We have high vibe days and high vibe lives, and then in between we're human, so we have dips, and I felt myself falling last night, and I was talking to Victor and I said, I've spent my whole life since I was 15 years old, since I could have a job, working for really wealthy women. I've always done it, and I was trying to sort out like how my plan for the rest of the year and like what I'm going to do, and I said I can't go back and work for another wealthy woman again. I can't do it. It's like, no, I'm not available for it. No. I'm not. And it's a very different thing than if you were to like work for,
I don't know, like an entity, like a corporation, or it's not so, it's like such a bigger structure than if you like go work, because I've always been like a nanny, a personal assistant, somebody who worked for somebody who owned their own business. And it's, and I was just having this realization that like, I can't go do that ever again. And then I was feeling doubts like, well, can I be that wealthy woman who then hires people?
I'm going through that too, yeah, a little bit.
And then I realized, okay, I'm accepting that I feel this way. I'm noticing that I feel this way. I'm going to take a deep breath, give myself some love, and then you just got to shift back into like, of course I'm the wealthy woman. Of course I will have employees someday. Of course I will have assistants. Of course it's time. Of course it's my time to do this. Of course I've paid my dues. Of course, you know?
Yeah.
So I was wondering if you had any thoughts or tips about that.
Yeah, I've been feeling that way too. I just, every so often you kind of get into this like panic mode. And I think it happens right before you're like leveling up. So I think it's a good sign that we've both been experiencing that a little bit. But yeah, I've been feeling fear around, oh my God, is my business gonna make it? Is it gonna grow? Is it gonna be sustainable? Is this it? Is this what I'm doing forever? Like of course it is. Of course I want to do this forever. But I think it's important though to have those moments, because it's not normal to feel confident and courageous and all-knowing all of the time. And it's just a part of the process of releasing some of that stuff that maybe when we are sitting there and saying I am, it's not our intention to like bury it down, but it is a little bit. And then we do need those days where we allow the doubts to surface and allow to, you know, ourselves to express them and say them out loud and say like, what if I can't do it? What if I'm not that person? It's a really important part of the process. And I think when we're taught about manifesting and we're taught like, oh, our thoughts create our reality, we get freaked out that. And I actually think that's wrong. I don't think our thoughts create our reality. I think our beliefs, because thoughts are so quick and fleeting and in and out, and our beliefs are deeper and more permanent. But our beliefs can also shift. And so when we practice, when we allow the scary thoughts to come through, we know, okay, this isn't creating my reality and I'm going to shift it. But we're allowed to, like, we allow ourselves to think it. Because I just think it's kind of bullshit to say, like, every thought that comes in my mind is creating things around me. Because I'm like, no, I have a lot of bad thoughts and scary thoughts and sad thoughts.
Yes.
And I've had bad and scary and sad things happen in my life, but not because, like, I was thinking about them, you know what I mean? So I think it's super important to allow yourself those days, but then that's where like thoughts are attached to like our feelings and our emotions. We have like a lot more, like our beliefs take longer to change, they take longer to shift, but our thoughts and our emotions, we can very quickly switch them. So it's a part of the process to then take that thought, and like you said, you were like talking it out a little bit and then shifting it back into, no, I am the wealthy woman, I am the employer, I am this, and then we keep doing that and we keep letting those things surface and we keep shifting it, and eventually the belief inside of us completely shifts, and that's where we become, you know, the level up. But I think it's totally normal and okay. And just like let yourself think those things as they come up, but then just be very aware and conscious of like, all right, cool, this is what's going on in me, I'm having a little trouble here, but that's okay, I accept it, shift it, move on, it's okay.
I love a few things you just said. One, this is very normal. Two, that it tends to happen before the next level up. And I forgot the third thing I was going to say, but I think, and that the thoughts, don't try to control, like if you go to this is my belief. If you go to a therapist, and I've been to a number of therapists who try to like try to get you to never think a thought again. It's kind of a waste of time, because thoughts will come in on autopilot. Thoughts can come from anywhere, and it's our job really to just observe the thought and decide if we're going to
let it pass through or absorb it.
So I like what Sadie just said, like, don't worry if, you know, sometimes these thoughts come in, and it's normal. Like, as we expand, as we step into the unknown, you know, these thoughts will come up. So, and this is what I was going to say. And also, when I feel that way now, for me, I consider it like, oh, this is a little gift in disguise, because it's helping me get really clear on what I want.
Yeah.
Because sometimes when you know, sometimes people say like, I don't know what I want, but they know exactly what they don't want. And sometimes that can be flipped, and it can help you get really clear on what you do want. So yeah, it's been like a week of some big breakthroughs, I think.
Good.
Yeah. What about you? What's new with you?
Well, no big philosophical breakthroughs for me, except for just now when we talked about it. But I went on a little vacation.
Oh, the Friendly Farm.
Oh, actually, first I celebrated a friend's birthday. That was really fun. Went out to dinner. Just haven't done anything like that in a while. So that was exciting. And, you know, like got dressed up and whatever. It was
cute.
So fun. And then, yes, I went on a little farm vacation. It was the cutest ever. It was an Airbnb that was on a farm in like Pismo Beach, Avila Beach area.
Great.
So we were like 15 or 20 minutes from the beach. So we also went to the beach and hiked. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw it. But the best part was that the farm owners let us feed the animals. Like, they would text us at feeding time and we'd all go out. And it was so funny because, so they had ducks, chickens, a goat named Jasper. Goats, I was like, Jasper's my favorite animal. Goats are my favorite animal. They're just so playful and fun. Jasper the goat, 2 miniature horses, and what else is there? I think that was it. Oh, and 2 pigs.
Oh my gosh.
2 chunky pigs.
I love farm animals. It
was so fun. And there was a little chicken that you could pick up. Its name was Salt. It was like a really little chicken. I have a picture. Maybe we can insert it here of me holding Salt. There was a Salt and Pepper. I was holding Salt, I believe. It was so small. And yeah, it was so cute. I'm kind of scared of birds, so it was pretty brave of me. And then I also got to the woman that owns a farm, she would like hand us a duck, and then you throw it and it just starts flying and would land in the little pond. It was so fun. Cute. It was because there's like all the kids were doing it, and then I was the only adult that was like, I would like to do that too.
Good for you.
And the same with the chicken. I was like, I would also like to hold the chicken. It's like all the little kids, and I'm like, it's my turn, give me that. I waited my turn chicken. And I only did it for a little bit, but it was really fun. Oh, and there was bunnies. I had a pet bunny growing up, and my pet bunny was an albino bunny named Lisa.
Bunnicula. Did you read that in school?
No.
Oh.
Was it like a vampire bunny?
Comment below if you read Bunnicula. Yeah. How did you know that? It was a vampire.
Like Dracula?
Oh.
Bunnicula?
Oh, that makes a lot more sense now. I think
Juliet, I'm psychic.
I'm like, how did you know the premise of the entire book series? Okay.
No, I just love vampires and stuff. Maybe it rings a bell. I don't know, but she had red eyes. She had like pink. She was cool. Oh my gosh,
for Halloween we'll do a live reading of Bunnicula.
I love that. Stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. So yeah, I went to the farm. We went on a cool hike. That was really fun. It was with Craig's family. It was like the Easter vacation. So it was really fun. He's got a little niece and nephew that are so cute and so fun to hang out with. And yeah, I'm still launching Discover Divine Purpose.
Woo!
Sign up now. It's going well so far. I have 3 signups as of today.
Amazing.
And the goddesses, if you sign up, you get a special discount code for $111 off.
That's a big discount.
Yeah. So I think I made the code just goddess. It'll be below. I think it's goddess. I made it and I forgot.
Choose your own code.
I believe it is just simply goddess. So that's really exciting. I'd love to see more of you in it. It's a 5-week course. And every Monday you get more coursework available to you. It's like 4 or 5 modules a week. And you get like a video lesson. The the presentation slides that I use, and then you get homework with each module. So it's really powerful stuff. It's all the work that I did to discover my own purpose and learn how to be, it's not just about purpose. It's ultimately teaching you really in depth the manifestation process. So like even deeper than everything we talk about here, and really like, it doesn't just say it at you, it makes you do the work. So like we talked about investing in your spiritual 401k, this course like pushes you into doing that and shows you if you're like, how do I even start investing in my 401k spiritually? This course will show you exactly how. So I'd love to see more of you in it. It's been, I've launched it once before, and I'm going to be adding to it and revamping this round. Every round I do, I'm going to like kind of update it a little bit.
Love
so
it.
It gets better every time. And yeah, that's kind of it. I've just been so busy because, you know, you have to pack for vacation, and then you're gone a few days, and you have to unpack, and then you're like, oh, I have to catch up on this and this and this. So I'm just like a little tired, but like in a like wonderful way.
And people can do the course like at their own pace.
Yes, it's all pre-recorded.
That's so great.
So during the duration of the 5 weeks, like as stuff is releasing, you have unlimited access. We're going to form like a group chat, so you have unlimited access to like ask me questions all the time. So that's kind of your incentive to keep up, but you don't have to keep up. Like you get the course forever. You get any updates or expansions of the course forever. So it's a great investment.
That's amazing to be able to text Sadie like every day and
like we're BFFs
and like getting her energy. That's fabulous.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah, it's gonna be super fun. We have amazing ladies signed up already.
Yay!
And yeah, all are welcome. So please let me know if you have any questions about it.
Yay, amazing. Yeah. What a perfect friendship week discussion. Let's bring a friend to discovering divine purpose.
Yes, please. Oh, I'm trying to open my laptop so we can do
Make New Friends.
1-800 Psychic Babes.
My one song turned into the other song. I was going to say make new friends, but keep the old. Some are silver and the others gold.
I remember that song, but I don't remember
I think it's a Girl Scout song.
Oh, yeah, it is. Where's my things? Okay. All right. We have 12 responses.
Yes.
Or actually, I think it's 11. One was a double thing on accident.
Let's burn a little something.
Oh yeah, let's do it. Let's get in the mood.
I think I'm borrowing Craig's mug today. It says Cat Dad. I have no pets and I'm not a dad, but I love getting to feel like I am in this moment.
Better put that before I spill it all over our nice chairs. Okay, I'm getting the Palo Santo ready.
Okay, just the smell of that always like whoosh, like opens me up.
Yes. So we have some great questions. It's like a whole range. Like some of them are a little more personal. Some of them are like just like guidance. Some of them are just asking us questions about things we like. I love it. I'm gonna wave that around a bit. So this is like, what's that? It's like a famous newspaper column, like ask.
Oh, Dear Abby?
Oh, Dear Abby. This is Psychic Dear Abby.
Psychic Dear Abby. Make this into a heart. Spell your name, Sadie, with smoke.
Oh, that's special. Wee. People listening are like, what is going on?
Dollar signs and hearts and stars.
We're getting a shiver. It's working. Ooh.
And an infinity sign and birds and a chicken named Salt.
And a chicken named Salt.
All right, we'll let that.
Okay, so nickname Mads. I have been unwell for 5 years now, and I'm finally figuring out what I can do to help myself. This takes up a lot of my day. It's like a part-time job. I totally get that. I have been wanting to further my education for a while, and I have started, but it feels like it's already interfering with my health commitments. Are there any psychic feelings about if I can manage both, or should I give myself a bit more time? Shout out to all my beloved pets that are hopefully in the psychic realm. Aww. That's so sweet. And she said, thank you for the pod. I love it. Thank you, Mads.
Thank you, Mads.
So, as someone who in the past struggled with a lot of health issues, but it was like more temporary, this sounds like something that you're dealing with in a longer term, but that balance, I know how like mentally exhausting it can be. So I'm proud of you for figuring it out, and that takes a lot of strength. So the first thing I just want to say is like, give yourself such huge props for like, you're talking about like your commitment to your health, because a lot of people don't prioritize that, and they kind of like, you're asking like, how can I balance the furthering education and like what I like want to do and be and have and this part of my life. So just that you recognizing that right there tells me like it is possible for you. What's your thought? What are you feeling?
So coming from, okay, I want to say this in the most like loving, supportive way. I think there is a belief that having a belief more than a fact that having something with the body will stop you from achieving A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And I think it's a part of, I think it's become a comfortable part of like who you are and who you see yourself as. And for me, I'm almost seeing like this belief is like wedged and I want to take like a little saw and cut it and let you know that if this belief is what you truly feel, school will never feel like a good time.
That's the thing. There's never going to be the right time for school, or, you know, the right time to start a family, or the right time to switch careers.
Yeah.
That just does not exist. And so, yeah, I think it's like huge that you're recognizing that like, okay, things are starting to interfere, but I believe I can do it. But like, why is it interfering? Like, what's getting in the way? And I think what Juliet is saying is really important. It's like, how can you shift your beliefs around it, your like energy around it, to say like, this gets to be easy. And maybe once you open up to like a new belief system, some sort of creative idea is going to come to you that helps the balance, or there's going to be some sort of shift.
I just feel like I'm getting really tight, like a lot of resistance, like, and I'm feel like I'm clinging onto, I can't maintain my health and blank. Like like there's something in you that feels like you have to choose, and if you invest in something else, your health's going to completely fall apart. But that's not going to happen, is my feeling. I just feel really tight, and I just want to like literally, you know what happens when we get in I had a couple years of chronic pain, not to make this about me, but we begin to bring our selves and our world and what we think we can do smaller and smaller and smaller and closer to us, because we want to keep ourselves safe. I remember I wouldn't even dance. I wouldn't even walk upstairs. There were so many things that I did not do because I was afraid I was going to hurt myself in some way. And what was harder to overcome than the surgeries that I had to go through was the belief that I had built around how small I was able to, and like what I was actually capable of doing. So I say all of this with like compassion and empathy and love. I really feel like, well, someone like me can't do both. Someone like me can't possibly, like there's something about an I can't that is keeping you tight. Because there's got to be a way. And if you deeply desire, unless you don't really want to be in school, and
then is your health telling you?
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would say, but I feel like you do want to be in school. So
yeah,
I hope that's helpful.
With our health or with our traumas, things that happen to us, it's normal. Like, it's a normal reaction, and it's easy to do, and everyone has probably done this on some capacity and on some level. But to take it on as identity when it's not your identity, it's an important part of you.
Yes.
And it matters a lot in your life, and it does take up energy and time, but it is not who you are.
Right.
So this is just a part of you that you get to figure out, and there's some purpose here for you. And you know, I believe all of these kind of things that impact us in such significant ways are meant for us. And it doesn't mean like, oh, you have to go on to help people that are like you or whatever, but there's something in this that is teaching you something that's going to help you in the future. And yeah, that everything Juliet said was perfect. I think.
Yeah. I'll just say, like, I would just get really clear. Like, do you truly, truly, truly want to be in school right now? Is that really what you want? And then if it is, what is the tightness? What is the resistance? What is the fear that if I lean in more to other parts of my life, my health's going to fall apart? Because it just feels like I'm just feeling so tight. So I hope that like can help you shift in the most positive, beautiful, wonderful way. And just know that, like, if you desire it, if you want it, you can do it. It is possible. You don't have to choose between one or the other is my feeling.
It's very possible, and you know it is, which is why you worded your question the way you did. Like, you know it's so possible. And you're just, it's great because you figured it out without the school, and now of course, like, adding a new thing is going to kind of upset the balance a little, but I think once you work through some of that kind of energetic stuff, the balance is just you're gonna find your new equilibrium, if you will. But that's just a part of life, is
right. Or if you need to go to a different kind of school, an online school. I mean, I would just get really, really clear on what do you desire and who do you desire to be, and start operating from that place.
I love it.
Because it's, you don't need to be like this. It's time to kind of...
You got this, Mads.
Thank you, Mads. I am sending you so much love and all your sweet,
balanced,
sweet animal friends.
Smart. Yes. Hello to all of the spirit animal friends. Okay. Nikki, I have a spirit that's been around trying to figure out what it is, if you can help. You can look at the name that... Oh, that one. Okay, let me think about that for a moment. And Sadie, you can say if you feel anything first. I feel like it's someone who's taken an interest in your work and what you are doing and what you are selling and creating, and it feels it truly feels very positive to me. I'm getting protective.
Yeah.
I was seeing like a Doberman dog, and it was like protection. Not that it's a spirit of a dog, but that was like the symbolic meaning of it.
I was
seeing
literally a chicken named Salt.
There's some sort of protective nature to this. I was seeing an actual Doberman dog.
Yeah, it felt it feels male to me. And it feels under 40, like younger, not like a kid, but like younger, and just there's just, I don't know, let us know if this is someone that comes around like when you're working on your stuff.
Yeah.
Because I just feel like it's tied into what you do. It's like a little helper. It's kind of what I'm feeling.
Like that.
And you can like give them a name. I don't know. I'm hearing like hi Sam, just like start
hey
saying
Sam,
hi.
thanks for hanging out, thanks for taking interest, thanks for protecting me.
Yeah, it feels positive. And I don't I don't want to freak out if you tell me like my uncle's name was Sam, but I almost don't know if it's someone you knew. I almost feel like it's...
Well, she's tapped into spirits herself, so it could be someone trying to talk to her that's not a relative or something.
Yeah, I feel like a younger male with an S name, and I feel like it's helper, protector, positive.
Cool.
Let us know.
There you go. All right. Now we have Ray. I feel stuck in my life right now, and I can't stop thinking about my dad who passed 7 years ago. Normally, I would chalk it up to like a, well, I'm sad about dad, so I'm just in my head situation, but I'm not sad. I'm just thinking about him a lot. I was just wondering if he wanted to tell me anything or if he's trying to let me know where to go next. Thank you. So dad might be offering some guidance because she feels a little stuck.
Okay.
And this is her full name. Hard to like hop so quickly.
I know.
Okay.
I'm being shown like bicycle wheels going around and around and around. I don't know if there's a bicycle connection. It's not a motorcycle. It's like the kind of bike that goes, you know, with the little thingy. Like it makes that noise as the wheels go. Like I'm hearing the click, 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 click.
I'm seeing around too, but to me it feels like a merry-go-round. But I'm seeing the around thing.
Oh, I wonder if you feel like you're going in circles.
Yeah, I do feel like I'm going in circles. It's like I'm like looking up at the top of the merry-go-round.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Maybe merry-go-round has some significance too. I don't know, but I'm definitely going around.
I just heard a name like an F name. It sounds like Frank, but I'm hearing like the FR connection as significant. I'm seeing like a white bunny being fed carrots. Maybe I'm picking up on
Lisa's here from the afterlife, my bunny.
But like I'm just seeing, maybe it's an Easter reference. I don't know, but it's white bunny being fed big carrots.
Now I'm seeing a bicycle, but I'm seeing like a trike, like a little kid on a trike, and I'm feeling like dad's like, remember how much fun we used to have, feeling stuck, fun, like fun. Like go have some fun.
He's bringing up all of like the tropical flowers, and I mean, like I'm seeing like the lei around your neck, and there's some connection to like, I don't know, I'm almost hearing like go back to the island, or go towards warmer weather. Like my daughter needs some sunshine is sort of like what I'm...
Okay, fun in the sun.
Fun in the sun.
I'm seeing like, I think it's like a chalkboard, and I'm getting like school, like are you a teacher or are you in school? Maybe he was a teacher. I'm seeing like someone like at a chalkboard.
He's keeping me on the island that looks like Hawaii. It could be somewhere else, but it feels, you know, very tropical flowers, happy tan on vacation. And I'm seeing the brunette and the tall guy, and she has her hand on his chest and she has the engagement ring, and it looks round. And I don't know if this is you or like if a sister got engaged or there's some connection to that, but there's this like joy and excitement around like the wedding, the engagement, the brunette girl and the tall guy and the ring, and it's like bringing up all this happiness. Like just laughing and happy and just like this feeling of he is participating in that. I'm hearing a name like Nora or an N female, maybe Natalie. He's showing me the like, are you doing card readings, like oracle card readings or tarot card readings? I'm seeing all the card readings, and he's like pointing to that. Like, if you want to start doing more of that, showing more of that, it's like something kind of like offbeat and spiritual. I know that's like, you know, most people who watch this show probably do that, but it's coming in really clearly. And now I'm seeing like the stacks of journals. Yeah, I'm sort of feeling like all of your gifts and all of your talents are being kept in your house. Like it's not...
You're not showing them to the world?
Yeah. And there's guidance of like, it's time to like expand your aura, kind of like it's time to expand, and it's time to start sharing all the beautiful things that you do and the beautiful things that you write. He's really bringing up writing. He's showing me a peacock with the wings all the way open, like that's on something you own. And he's showing me the hard hat. So he's bringing in something about construction, and he's giving me the thumbs up about the construction. He's like tapping the hat and like thumbs upping. I haven't done a reading in a minute. I'm like super in it. Just heard a name like Caroline or Madeline, something Aline. It's like a da-da-da line kind of name. Yeah, as far as advice, it's like literally rise and shine, like rise up and shine your light. And I think what Sadie was picking up on, like, have more fun, and he's bringing up those bicycle wheels again. And I'm seeing a lot of purple. Okay, I am going to come out of it now. I'm going to tell him thank you. He's like, no problem.
Okay, well, when he brought up the cards, I picked some cards, which purple, purple, and you saw this.
Oh, that's wild. I didn't know you were grabbing them.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to explain them, and then I'll show them up. Or do you, well, yeah, and then I'll show them on the camera closer. The first card I picked was...
I can walk them over while you talk.
Ye creatrix, live in the flow of your ideas, birthing them to life. So that felt really aligned with what Juliet was saying about, like, you are doing things, maybe it's readings, maybe you just have all these ideas in these journals or something, but you haven't brought them into the real world, so to speak, or like you haven't like let others in on these like gifts or talents or creative energy you have. So this is a calling to tap into the creative flow. And then this is okay, first of all, this came next, happy endings, end of a chapter. And it very much has the imagery of like the wheels almost, but it's the sun. Yeah. So you're feeling stuck. It might be that, like Juliet and I talk about all the time, like a lot of times we get that stuck, resistant feeling right before a big breakthrough. So this speaks to me as like a positive omen. Like maybe it is the end of a chapter. Maybe you're about to step into something big and bright and beautiful where you really get to shine. And how do you do that, Sadie?
How?
Well, your inner child is here to play, which we both picked up on that energy. Joy. And it's a dolphin, which feels so aligned with that like Hawaii. Oh, my phone's ringing. That Hawaii vibe that you were.
Oh, wow.
That you were feeling into. But I think the key to getting unstuck is really just like forget about the reason you do things or whatever. Like maybe you're experiencing a creative block or whatever it is. Forget about it and just go have some fun. And that's the straightest, easiest path to like unblocking, is to simply forget about it and go do something just because it's fun and no other reason than that. So you need to tap into that inner child for sure.
Do you promise you'll write to us?
I promise.
Because there were so many vivid things, and I love hearing like, this is what this meant and this is what that meant. And
please, anyone that were we
want your feedback.
We
your
love
response.
It gives us life. The fun part of readings for us is hearing the feedback.
Yeah.
People always apologize. Like, I'm sorry for sending such a long email. And I'm like, are you kidding?
Do you want me to silence your phone?
Yes. Sorry.
That's okay.
I was like, are you kidding? The longer, the better. I love this. All right. So this is a fun little question. Jackie asks, why do I keep seeing repeating numbers?
Ooh, I'll let you take that one.
Okay. I don't know. No, just kidding. Okay, so seeing repeating numbers, we call that, most people would call that angel numbers. Mm-hmm. And it's because it's a way that the angels or like spirit or God or the universe, whatever your kind of belief is around that, we're just going to say angels because we call them angel numbers. It's a way that angels can speak to you. So I personally believe that our codes, so to speak, are unique to each of us, but they can kind of be aligned. So I'll say what some of the numbers mean to me, and then you can kind of let me know if it's sort of the same. I think we have similar ones. Mm-hmm. So for instance, I think most people have just heard like, oh, it's 11:11, make a wish. So seeing like 4 1s means you're like manifesting, like you're aligned, like you're manifesting very quickly, you're on the right path. Mm-hmm. And I feel like, so usually I see like groups of 3 numbers, like 111. I feel like 111 is kind of the same message, but 4 1s is like even more. Would you agree?
For me, when I see 111, I think something about like something starting fresh, new beginning. It's like the beginning of a cycle. And a lot of angel support and protection. And then 1111, like when I get the tap to check the time and it's 11:11, I always feel like you're onto it. You're doing it. We see you.
When I see 000, that one's new beginnings and transformation to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So 222 is one of the ones that I see most often. And when I see it, it's usually because I'm worrying and my angels are like, cut it out. You don't need to worry. Everything's okay.
Oh, I love that.
So that one's kind of my stop worrying number.
Number 3.
333, I've been seeing a lot lately. I don't really know what my 333, I'm trying to tap into that right now because I never used to see it. It's my number as of the past like week that I keep seeing everywhere. I think it's telling me that like, have patience, you're almost there, because I've been sort of having this energy of like, why are things not manifesting? And it is worrying, but it's like a different kind of worrying. And so I think what 333 is trying to tell me the past week, because I never really saw it that much before, I think it's sort of this like, it's okay, like we're on it, we're onto it.
Yeah, the times I've seen 333 or like read about it, it's usually like I mean, they all mean your angels are with you, but I think 3 is almost like you have our extra support in this moment. And I like to think like 3 is kind of a magic number, like body, mind, spirit, like Father, Son, Holy Spirit, whatever those are. And so it's sort of like letting you know that you're not alone, like you're one of 3, or you're, you know. Okay,
yeah, I like that.
I like that one.
444. I just say that whenever I see 444, I see that I just say, oh, my angels are with me. That's my angels are here. They're just saying hello.
Intuitively, I feel like 444 is like keep going forward.
I like that.
Like it's just like a little checkpoint. It doesn't have like a massive message. It's just like a little checkpoint.
Yeah.
But again, you guys can create your own.
Well, yeah, that's
the whole.
Notice what numbers you keep seeing. Ultimately, this is how you do it. You notice the numbers you keep seeing and what you're thinking as you see them.
Yeah.
That's what it means to you. Like, that's what am I always thinking about? Am I always worrying about a particular type of thing?
When I see 444.
Yeah. It's
so fun. This world is so fun.
It's so fun. You're going to start seeing them like crazy now after we put this in your head too. 555 to me, 555 means big changes on the way.
Love that.
666 means you might need to shift something.
666 is about things needing to balance. It's Victor sees 666 a lot, and he was like, is it a devil thing? And I was like, no, it can't be. And I looked it up. And across the board, it was a lot of thoughts about just you're like overextending yourself too much, or you're not, letting your energy flow in a good way. So for him, he's always, he works a crazy amount of hours. So for him, like, balance is the symbol he always gets. I almost never see that one, but
I don't see it often. And whenever I see it, I'm like, what was I just thinking about that I don't need to be thinking about or worrying about? 777 is my like lucky. I'm like, luck is on your side.
Lucky. Think like the jackpot. 777.
888, I mean, abundance is coming. Money, baby. That's my favorite one to see.
I know, me too.
999, I don't see that often, so I don't know if I have a specific thing. What do you?
So, 9 in numerology, which I know because like my name added up is 9, my birthday added up is 9. It's all about like transformation, like endings and beginnings. Because think about like, I don't know why, but after 9, you sort of in numerology it like hits 11 and then it goes back to 0. Like it's sort of like the end of the cycle is 9. So when I see 999, I feel like, oh, things are like I'm wrapping up a chapter. Like this is an important time. Whereas for me, when I see 1 or I guess 0, like this is the beginning of a whole new cycle, and 9 is like get ready to close this out because something new is coming. Sort of. Yeah. In my experience.
But generally, I would say you don't have to have a meaning for every number. When you keep seeing repeating numbers, generally, you're like, well, what? They're just different every time. I just keep seeing repeating ones. It's ultimately a sign that like you're in alignment. Keep it up. Like you're on the right path. It's honestly more of like just a simple confirmation of like, good job. We're with you. We're here to help you. We're here to support you. So, it's your angel saying, hi, we're here.
And it's also, that thing of like when you're paying attention to white Jeeps, all of a sudden like every 5th car is a white Jeep.
Yeah. So you're going to start seeing them everywhere now.
Yeah. You'll start seeing them everywhere. And it's not just like, well, because you're thinking about it, you'll see it. Yes. But you're also tuning yourself to seeing patterns, to seeing miraculous things, to see, you know what I mean? So it's not just like a placebo. You are shifting your brain to notice like beautiful and unusual things.
Yeah.
Period.
So I'm curious, comment below or send us a message or comment on our post on Instagram. What number do you always see and what does it mean to you?
Yeah, let us know.
We'd love to hear it because usually everyone's got like the number. Mine's been 333 lately, but it changes.
I get a lot of 888s and 222s.
Yeah, those are actually usually my 2 I see most. Okay.
Maybe 2 is like just the 2 of us.
Just the 2 of us. We keep hanging out with Juliet.
Yeah. Friendship week 222.
222.
Oh my, wait. Make a little 2. That'll be our cover. Okay, great.
Still doing it.
All right. Well, if you had to watch that, sorry.
Okay. So next we have Jen. She said, hi again, goddesses. I just can't get enough of y'all. We can't get enough of you, Jen. Are you kidding? Okay.
Jen, you're just tattooed in our heart.
I'm very into zodiacs and astrology. I'm a Virgo like Sadie with a moon Gemini and Leo rising. And I have 2 best friends. One is a Leo with an Aries moon and Libra rising, and the other is a Libra moon, Scorpio, and Gemini rising. My question is if you think that friendship could work according to our signs and charts. Also find it very interesting that I have Gemini and Leo in my chart since they're both very strong personalities in my opinion. What do you think about that as well? Thank you so much. Love the pod.
Thank you, Jen. without even looking at their signs or your signs, if you like somebody and want to be their friend, you're compatible.
Yes.
So we don't really prescribe to any astrology that's like, ooh, a Gemini, like
yeah, I don't believe in choosing friends or relationships based off of a chart, because first of all, like, you gave us the big three of everyone, and that helps a lot to look at compatibility right there.
There's also so much more.
There's so much more, and then there's like the houses they're in and the degrees, and there's so much you could examine. And of course, yes, like, there are charts that, like, you look at them and they're like, they're beautifully compatible and they do in real life get along great, and that's great.
Yeah.
But it's not the end all be all. One thing I'll say that I find fun and interesting, and this is how it is with my friends, is that, like, there's like this circle of, like, you all have something, there's a connection between, like, there's a Leo here and then someone else has the Leo in their moon or rising, or like, you guys all have your placements in different spots in your big three. Let's see.
I'll take a peek too after.
Because you have a Leo rising, or no, sorry, what was it? Okay, you have a Leo rising and your friend is a Leo. Your friend is a Libra rising and your other friend is a Libra, and then your friend has a Gemini rising and you are a moon Gemini. So there's all these little connections, and when it's just fun, because that right there is why you get each other, because you have these different placements that are the same, just in different areas. My close group of friends that I've been friends with since I was like 9 years old, we're the same way. Like, at first glance, we might not be the most compatible, but you're like, oh, but my moon is in this spot in your chart, so that's why we get each other in a very unique way. And it's fun because, you know, you have the friend that you, like, go to for a good time, and the friend that you go to for romantic advice, and the friend you go to for, I don't know, like, to get into trouble, you know, like, and it's so fun because it is kind of like you can see it in the charts. But I'd say, yeah, like, your friendships are going to be so fun. I love that y'all sound like a fiery, fun group.
Totally.
Leos and Geminis and Libras and what is it? Everything's in there. And I think it's great.
Yeah, okay. Here's the one thing I'll say. Your friend who has an Aries moon, the Leo with the Aries moon, you might have to hear more, like, relationship or dating stories from them. Like, they might just be like, oh my God, then this person, and then this person. Like, they just might be a little more like boom, 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 boom. And then your friend who has the moon in Scorpio might be like, I fell in love. My heart is broken. I fell in love. My heart is broken. Whereas the Aries moon might be a little more like, did this, won this, talked to him, done with him. Like, so I wonder if that's something that, and this is just an overarching thought about these moons, but you'll just get different beautiful things from both of your friends and vice versa.
The other part that you asked is that you have Gemini and Leo. So you're a moon Gemini and Leo rising and a Virgo sun.
You sound like a hoot.
You're probably very well balanced because you have three of the elements in your big three. Like, you're not, you know, all fire or all air or whatever. You have earth, air, and fire. So I think it's great. You're right, those are kind of two big personalities, Gemini and Leo, in your chart. And yeah, you're probably really funny and really fun, I would have to guess, because Leos and Geminis are hilarious.
The life of the party. Awesome. I
love it.
Well, thank you, Jen.
Thank you, Jen.
Are we compatible?
Yes. Okay, so this is a fun little guidance one. Taylor is simply asking, should I move back to Colorado? So I thought maybe we'd pick some cards for that and see. I never, you know, as psychics, like, we're not going to be able to tell you, like, yes.
No.
And I don't think it's really ethical to do that. We can help you, we can help nudge you into, like, how to find the answers. Okay. Wait, this one was peeking out too. What's that? Okay, very interesting. Do you have any, like, feeling of, like, what the energy is around this question?
I think we talked about this. Oh no, I know. We were talking about your story, I think. And I would say, as long as you're moving because it's a desire to move to something rather than to get away from something, like as long as it's like, if moving back, because you said like move back to Colorado, as long as moving back feels like a step forward in your life, that's sort of my feeling. I can't quite pick up on like my gut is, if you're asking, just do it. But yeah. I don't want to say that because we'll see what the cards say.
So the first one that came up is you are safe. The universe has your back.
Oh, I love that.
So this is telling me whatever, if I were to say yes, do you feel disappointed by that or do you feel excited by that?
Yeah. What did you want to hear?
The answer lies with what do you want? And the universe is saying you're safe. You can make this decision. Whatever the decision you make is, there's no right or wrong. It's safe to just choose the one that feels better. So the other thing that came up was the sun, conscious mind, masculine life force. So, and then, okay, so what I want to say is, because all these cards together, the message coming through these cards is like, this decision is to be made with a balance of logic and reasoning and intuition.
Yeah.
So how do I word? Like, we need to use our conscious and unconscious mind. We need to say what feels good. What's the health? Like, if I want to say, what's the healthier option? Like, maybe there's some sort of reason that, like, maybe you need to get away from a person or a job or something. So if that's the healthier option, or are you moving back or would it be moving back towards something that wasn't healthy? And I don't know, that word wanted to come out of my mouth. But the sun is here to remind you, like, we here preach a lot about following your intuition. However, there is a balance of staying really grounded in your reality. We are human beings here on earth. So we do have to use our logical, rational mind. It is there for a reason and a purpose. However, we need to train ourselves to use it in a way that supports, like, the masculine is meant to support the feminine, which is the logical part of ourselves is meant to support the intuitive parts of ourselves. So tap into your intuition first and then examine it with your the masculine energy, which is the conscious, logical, rational. This card came through, it's got a little mermaid on it, and it says your wish is coming true, celebrate your success. I don't know what that means, but
but it seems
you've been wishing for something,
a good
and
mermaid
maybe,
omen.
I don't know if staying or going has some sort of, because you wished something were happening and it's not, don't make the decision based on like, oh, I don't think it's gonna happen.
That was like, yeah, what I felt. Just don't try to let your move be an exciting thing if you're gonna do it. Not like, well, it didn't work, so here goes nothing,
Yeah. And then I think these two are maybe the most helpful cards. Goddess Artemis says, focus. I am tenacious and unwavering in my intention. Ooh. So you have to get really clear on like, why would you stay and why would you go and which one do you want? Like, unwavering clarity on what you want. The answer is there. And Ariadne, untangling, is telling you, this process you need to give yourself patience with. I am patient with myself in the process of exploring the labyrinth of my mind. So you do not have to rush this decision. Again, like, remember, the universe has your back. You are safe. So take some time, but be like really sure when you decide. Like, make the decision to stay. Don't sit in a space of, oh, I could. Like, I think the decision to stay or go needs to be made strongly, intentionally, and then like the wish coming true is going to manifest and things are going to start falling into place. But being in this like in between space energetically is a beautiful space, and it's time for you to unravel the labyrinth of your mind, so to speak, but then be super intentional and like strong about the decision. Be really sure and confident. Let us know what you decide to do. Yeah, we'd love to hear. I loved those cards. I love the one that especially said, "You are safe. The universe is keeping you safe." That I think feels like what you really needed to hear. It's scary to make a big decision like that. Mm-hmm. Okay, so your girl Giannia said, "What are your favorite TV shows?" We love it. You can also use 1-800-Psychic Babes to just ask us things like that. Okay, I'll go. We still pick up the phone. Hello? Oh yeah, let me tell you. Buffy, I'm watching right now again. Okay. Love it. Beverly Hills 90210. Love it. The classics, The Office, New Girl, Parks and Rec. My all-time ever favorite show is Arrested Development. It's gotten me through so many hard times and hard days. It's my go-to feel-good. I'm probably forgetting some, but those are a few of my favorites. I watch Friends every day. Friends, yep. I love The Office. Lately we have been watching The Dog Whisperer. We are obsessed with the Girls Next Door, the love that. Hugh Hefner 2005 show. Me and Victor love that show. I love reality shows from the early 2000s. I love Jessica Simpson's show. I love Ashley Simpson's show. I could really get lost watching those types of shows forever. Oh gosh, other television shows. I liked WandaVision. I liked season 1 of Riverdale. I liked and just anything cool like Ancient Aliens or you know, we like any of those types of shows. I'm such a habit girl. Like I'll just rewatch the same stuff over and over. I actually learned that's like kind of an anxiety coping mechanism because you know what's going to happen and it brings you comfort. I'm okay with that. That's how I cope. I watch the same episodes of Friends every night. Yeah. Because I know what they're going to say. And I like House Hunters, Say Yes to the Dress, that kind of TLC stuff. That's what I like. HGTV, but I'm sure we both forgot a major show we enjoyed, but whatever, that's to be expected. Thank you, Giannia. Thank you for that question. We love answering ones like that. It was a nice little break. Cleared our space. Okay, so Maddie says, "Am I on the right path for my life? The path that will lead to the most happiness?" So I think this is another one to consult the cards, but this is a card think question. About it. Can I see her name? Oh yeah. Okay, I don't know who that is. Okay, very interesting. I'm pulling some cards right now for those of you who are just listening and not watching. Okay. All right, you go ahead and I'll still tap in. Okay. So the first two that came up were lesson, wisdom through mistakes, and don't stop. A miracle is around the corner. So my feeling is like if you have to ask, am I on the right path? You may be having some doubts or you may be going through something that's, not that easy. And you're like, is this the right path? Should I keep going? So the first card, lesson, wisdom through mistakes, is saying like, just because maybe you made a mistake or maybe not even a mistake, but just like something crossed your path or something, bad or sad happened. It doesn't mean, that's not a sign that you're on the wrong path, so to speak. I also think that like our journeys are perfect and like this is saying like the lessons, like our journeys are absolutely perfect. They're meant for us. We get to choose them as we go, which is a beautiful, amazing thing. And even though like we make mistakes or we come through hard times, it doesn't mean we're doing anything like wrong. We're not like messing up our life. Like there's something in there that's meant for you. And don't stop. A miracle is around the corner. So even if you're in the midst of learning some sort of big lesson that's not so fun to learn, like keep going. Yes, like this lesson is meant for you. Whatever you're going through right now is meant for you. So you're not necessarily on the wrong path, is what I feel coming through there. The next things, the next cards, Melete, goddess, flowing, movement is medicine. Take time to move energy around your body and reconnect to your chi. So this is a very literal card, like get moving. So if you are feeling stuck, stagnant, unsure of like your life path, this is a call to like, again, like forget about all that stuff that maybe you're overthinking or can't stop thinking about, and just go like move, like go have fun, go for a walk, go dance around. I'm feeling like you need to like go out in nature and like walk barefoot. But if you want to reconnect to like, or connect in the first place to your intuition, to spirit, to be like, hey, like am I on the right path? Does this feel good to me? But you feel disconnected. Movement is the medicine there to reconnect you or connect you to that. And then Hera, goddess Hera came up, resilience. Obstacles are preparation for greater accomplishment. So I think it's interesting that lessons and resilience came up and talking about obstacles. So whatever it is right now that may be kind of getting you down or giving you a hard time, there's something super, super important in it. So do not wish it away. Do not ignore it. There's something in there that is going to be a part of your greater purpose, the greater plan for you. And then Maeve, power. Be in awe of yourself and the strength it has taken you to get to here and now. Wow. So give yourself props for how far you've come on your journey on this path. And yes, you are on the path that will lead you to the most happiness. You just need to tap in to your spirit, your intuition, your higher self, and appreciate all the parts of your life, all of the quirks and the challenges and the lessons, because the path that will lead to the most happiness isn't like the easiest path. I actually think it's the most difficult path, but all of that polarity and that up and down is a part of what allows us to appreciate the good stuff and the happiness when it comes.
Mm-hmm. The things that I was seeing was, I was kind of thinking about the idea of like visualizing what a life path would look like, like in real life, if we were walking on a path. And what I saw was not only you, but sort of everyone. If this was a literal thing, we would be walking along on our way, however a path looks to you. And there's kind of like fog everywhere, but like it's like a pretty fog. And we're seeing other people and we're all kind of trekking through it. And, the truth is nobody knows what's on the top of the mountain. Nobody knows what's around the bend. We're just all sort of passing by one another, kind of hoping for the best, intending for the best. And what's coming through, and I don't know if this is just something I'm hearing or something from your spirit team, but it's like, what's really important for you is to focus on, in this day, as you listen to this today, what can you do today to feel happy today? And that's your question every day on your path as you go forward. And then your happiness is inevitable. And like Sadie said, that doesn't mean there won't be challenges, difficult times, things to overcome, things to rise above, things to move through and grow through. But I think a lot of us, we maybe number one, compare ourselves, like other people's paths are so certain and I'm here in the dark. Absolutely nobody knows what they're doing. No. Some of us are just a little more confidently like trekking through the jungle.
Yeah.
If that's comforting. And that's what makes it look like others know what they're doing. But we are all in the same kind of like, oh, I have nobody knows what's around the corner. And tomorrow's not even guaranteed to any of us. So remember that we are all trying to forge our own path and just doing it the best we can. And also that take a little bit of your focus off of eventually being happy.
I was just going to say it's not about the path. We do not need to think about the path because the path ahead of us doesn't exist. The path behind us doesn't exist. Only the path that we're standing on here and now. So if you're going to chase this idea of like, I'll be happy when, it's never going to happen. So what you said about like, how can I be happy today? How can I find my joy today? That's all you ever have. Your point of power is in the present moment. And that's why I think our journeys are ultimately perfect. They're meant for us. They are what they are. You did it, you chose this journey for yourself. And we can't think of like, well, this could bring me the greatest happiness in the future. It doesn't matter. The future doesn't exist. It'll never be the future. It'll always it's not guaranteed. Now. Make today the happiest day of your life, however you can. So I hope that helps.
Yeah. Ooh, I feel like that was a message that multiple listeners.
I was like, I needed that message. Sometimes I get concerned about my path too.
We talked about this, I think last week about like, there's these sort of big ideas like our purpose, our path. And I think what you break down in your course is like what it really means to discover your purpose. And like for me, I don't really think about, I've never really thought about my path even.
Yeah.
I just sort of like live in this moment, make choices based on this moment and move forward. And I've always landed on my feet. And not everybody wants to operate that way. But just what can you do today? What can you do from this moment of now? That will change your life. That will change your life.
So we only have like 9 minutes left and we have a lot of questions.
Really?
We have 4. So should we save them for next time?
Yeah. So if we didn't get to yours today during Friendship Week, we'll do it during Alien Exploration Week.
Well, I don't know if we're gonna have time next week.
Oh gosh, then the week after.
We have an hour and a half time limit for our producer.
We would make you guys a 9-hour episode.
I guess we could skip
week.
catch-up time and do this, and then, or I'm just thinking the next, we'll do like a 1-800 Psychic Babes like once a month or every other month. So we'll just do it next time.
Okay.
Nothing in here looks urgent, like we need to answer it now. I mean, I know you guys are anxiously awaiting, but we just simply don't have time.
We've got to wrap it up.
We've got to wrap it up
in show business.
I think the last question though was very good for generally what I see the rest of the questions, and for all of us just to remember, like, it doesn't matter. I don't want to say that, like it like all you have is right now, so just make the most of it and do like what you want to do when it's aligned with like love and like it. I can't tell you like this is right or wrong. I can't tell you yes or no to move. Like, you have all the answers, you have all of the power, you have, like, it's all there. And we're here to help, like push over the domino to like make it all happen for you. I think that's what a good reader does, but you got this.
Yes.
You got this, goddesses.
And going back to the first one, which I feel like I was a little tough lovey, and I'm feeling a little bad that I wasn't more like, just listen to your heart. I want to send you some extra love. Was it Mads, the first one? With the animals and spirit?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, friend with animals and spirit. If you didn't unsubscribe.
I don't think you were being tough. Well, it was like kind of, but
I felt like I was a little tough. But I feel in my heart that you needed to hear that, and like know that it's coming from like your best friend who wants you to know that everything is possible, and if you want it, you can find a way, you can have it. There's no need to limit yourself anymore or believe that you can't have something because of XYZ. So I did want to tie that back in and let you know that, like, I deeply care about you. I'm deeply compassionate.
You are. I thought you sounded like you're full of love.
Okay, good.
No, that goes to anyone who, you know, is struggling with an extra barrier to all of this that we're talking about, you know, of like taking control of your life and all of that, because we are not all created equal, and some of us have these kinds of challenges and some of us have these kinds of challenges and some of us have these kinds of privileges, and we're all just so unique. So as we speak, and I think you guys are all super open and know this, but it's like, one, we're coming from our experience, which are two very different, which is helpful. But yeah, we have so much compassion and understanding that we all start in different places. But we believe in our heart of hearts that, you know, it's so possible for any of us to decide with a definite purpose that we get to do what we want. And the path to having that is going to look completely different for each of us and feel completely different and all of that. But it's so possible for anyone.
And I'm also hearing the little tap that if you're on Instagram, start following a bunch of people who either are going through similar things or who have other things going on with their bodies and are successful in such and such ways. I think it's time to see more representation of that, is what I'm feeling. And a good recommendation I have actually is the Rolettes dance team. My boyfriend is their videographer and photographer, and they're this amazing dance team, and their campaign this year is like, I am disabled and a boss. I am disabled and proud. I am disabled and adventurous. And they're all in wheelchairs, and they're a dance team. And they're like the most gorgeous, talented, beautiful girls. And just every day, like, deciding to step into the world and be dancers, no matter what.
I love that.
So I think filling your subconscious with more examples of, like, what's possible is gonna help.
That's why that's, you know, there's this balance we have to do with social media, but I don't get, when we talked about this recently too, like, once in a while I'll feel it and I recognize it, but I don't get like why people like are haters, because I'm like, if they can do that, I can. Guess what? If that's possible for that person, what does that mean I can do? That's amazing. I'm going to be able to do all sorts of stuff. Yay!
Yeah.
May not be the same stuff, but
all sorts of stuff.
But all sorts of stuff that anything I want to do, because that person is showing me that that's possible.
Yeah.
Like, hooray! I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to hear about your journey moving forward and how successful you are.
This was a lot of fun, you guys.
Yay! Round of applause.
1-800
Psychic Babes. 1-800 Psychic Babes.
The melody changes every time.
Oh, thank you guys. The form, the 1-800 Psychic Babes form is always available to submit. We just have no guarantee when we do it. So submit away. We'll do another episode soon. What else? Send
us your UFO stories, videos, anecdotes, journal entries.
A friend of a friend told me. We'll welcome those stories.
Yeah, my hometown alien story.
Yes. And anything else? Follow us on Instagram at Goddess Hangs. I'm at I am Sadie Olson.
I'm at Juliet.Piper. Thank you to all the new friends who joined us on Friendship Week!
Yay!
And we will see you guys next week for another magical hangout.
Bye! Bye!